Gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the host, straight from After the Slam podcast, Bodacious Albert.
After the slam, where the real ones stand, we talk dreams, defeats, and the master plan. From the locker room tales to the spotlight glam, you'll feel every hand. This is after the slam. This is after the slam. Body slam gear.
Welcome everyone to After the Slam episode 10. We are here live in the ATS studios, and we are going to be doing a podcast today with the unseen bling queen, Final Boss Baby. But before she comes up, I want to thank everybody who's in this space, who's watching this. We're going to have a little bit of technical difficulties. You never know about these Wi-Fi connections. I got camera here, I got camera there, I got a bunch of things going on. So before we start, happy Halloween this Friday. I got myself a little Rey Mysterio mask to wear, but I'm like, I don't want to be rude, so I ain't gonna wear it. But anybody, we're live here on the Facebook, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Twitter, we're live. What else are we live? We're live on Twitch, we're live on X, we're live on TikTok right now. I'm doing a TikTok live right here, so we're basically doing the whole kit today. It's gonna be fun because it's the first making history today here on freaking After the Slam, the first female wrestling fan I have on my show. I'm excited because she's an ultimate supporter for me. I see her always in my comments, and I appreciate her because she's a big fan. I'm a big fan of her. Also, Talk It Up podcast with Miami the Great. Legends in my book. Legends. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the queen of the hour, not the man of the hour, the queen of the hour. I give to you the queen, the unseen queen bling. My God. Wait, I said it wrong. The unseen bling queen. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Final Boss Baby. Here she is.
Hello, and thank you for that introduction. Shouts out to you. I've been seeing you making your way around the IWC. I've seen you have a lot of friends of mine be on this show, including Carlos, Jay Herbert, Hannibal, and then you're going to have DWE's own Miami the Great, which is my host, and the Golden Boy, CJP, the EVP, as well on the show. And shouts out to Gimmick Table Media, because you're also going to have Kicking Out at 2 also on the show.
Yes.
So
Yes, I'm going to have all of them. I'm excited for all my guests, especially you. And I'm going to have I'm going to have Talk It Up. I'm going to have Miami, like you just finished saying. So, we're just going to get to know everybody in the IWC and the DWE and the Wrestling Fans of Front Pro Wrestling. There's all kinds of these things in these Twitter spaces, but, I'm especially loving the fact that you guys welcome me in. I'm new to these spaces, but I'm trying to make an impact. And I kind of did just a little bit, just a little bit, So I'm enjoying myself.
quick.
And I saw you guys said how many people yesterday on your stream for a Saturday night's main event watch along? I was there. I was watching.
Over 1,000. We do pretty good on PLEs.
Incredible.
The PLE watch alongs are kind of new to us, and we are going to now add TNA. We did add the most recent TNA, Bound for Glory, and we're going to continue to do that. But we do all WWE PLEs and what they call Saturday night main events, premium TV special events.
Something.
And that's the only watch parties that we do. We have evolved a lot from watch parties. We actually initially came from doing just SmackDown watch parties over Spaces, and now months later, here we are on lives, and on YouTube, and doing podcasts and DW Radio, which is my favorite. So yeah.
You're making a big impact, my Final Boss. So I appreciate your watch alongs. I appreciate everything you've been doing in these spaces, even your watch alongs. So you're doing a great job. Just to let you know, you and Miami are doing a great job on your show, talking it up. So I would love to be a guest on that show one day. Just
Yeah,
saying
just
it.
let us know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And
So
and the plan for DW Radio, it's a little bit scattered, and I know actually the Wrestle Collective is also gonna do well, we have the same idea.
mhm.
But the plan with DW Radio, and I think as soon as the next episode is you'll come in like a regular fan, and then we'll have a period where we're just going to take people who want to be on stage for a few minutes and get the wrestling opinions, and it's just going to be whoever wants to come in and do it. And if it just goes left, it's going to go left. But that's our plan, just to make it kind of like a radio. Hey, you call in to bust it open. Well, you're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
dial into DW Radio without having to pick up the phone. So
Mm,
yeah,
the wrestling opinion fan. Oh, a fan
yeah.
of a
Hey,
wrestling is harsh, but fun. But hey,
I'm excited for that. It's going to be wild.
wow. Final boss. I usually start these interviews with a little icebreaker questions. Basically, I ask these non-wrestling related, but kind of wrestling related questions. So I'm going to ask you this one here. What is a movie that you've last watched that you've enjoyed?
Well, I don't like movies because they're long. I think the last movie I watched, and I forget the name, but it was the one with the guy. It was based on a true story where he was a veteran and he robbed a bank to get his
Oh, there's a lot of
money.
movies like that.
I
There's a
have to
lot
look
of
that
movies
up.
like that. Okay.
Let's see if I can find it real quick. It was years ago.
Okay. Years ago.
Yeah. No, that I don't go to movies. I had a concussion years ago, and if I go to movie theater, then my brain just explodes from the sounds and everything. But let's see. I know how to look it up.
Well, while you get that, what is the favorite song you've been listening to right now?
Well, my favorite song right now is none. But my most recent song I listened to actually was today. It was Tony Braxton's "He Wasn't Man Enough for Me." Yeah.
You don't have to ask. I'm not asking why that song, so it's all good. Don't worry about it.
Well, there's a lot of things going on with like Taylor and her NFL guy. So yeah, but I do like that song. And I usually only listen to the music really when I'm in the car.
Okay.
And if I'm not listening to music, which usually I'm not, I'm listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
So I'm not really a music at home type of girl. Like that Alexa doesn't, I don't use her for that. Alexa's job is to turn my lights on, my TV on, and open up.
What's the weather like today? Yeah, I got it.
No, not even that. It's like open up Peacock, open up YouTube, open up Netflix on TV, and
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Open up that Peacock. Let's go. All right.
Oh, it's called Breaking. The name of that film was called Breaking.
Breaking. I'm gonna research that one. I'm really not too familiar.
Yeah, so that one's based on a real story. It's a guy who lost his VA benefits. And
okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I think.
And he ended up robbing like a Wells Fargo.
Yes, I've seen it.
That was the
something
last
similar
one.
like Denzel Washington did something like that.
I think he's in. I don't know if he's in that one.
Breaking. Well, besides the fact, let's get started today after the show. Now, like we got to get done with Breaking. We got Tony Braxton. We got all this, we got all these things going on with Final Boss, baby. But let's get to it. Did you hear the news? I'm from Montreal, right? So I just got the news that I'm going to get SmackDown on Saturday night's main event on January 23rd and January and 24th. So I'm excited for that one. Yours truly will be there. So Saturday night's main event, people, I will be there live. Maybe not SmackDown, because SmackDown is just a hoop nanny show right now. But I mean, Saturday night's main event is pretty good. So
you're in Canada.
I'm in Canada, Montreal.
So you have the best deal on WWE.
Yeah, I got Netflix.
Yep. For us, it's all over the place. It's Peacock, it's Netflix, it's
I know
cable, it's ESPN.
Yeah, I know it's terrible. The network was a savior, and then I don't know what they did with that.
I missed the network, and I really missed the Vault. I missed the Vault.
The Vault. But I have that on Netflix.
But
Oh, my bad.
well, we don't have it anymore in the US. But
No, we
I
don't.
kind of
No,
understand why they moved from it because, of course, the allegations with McMahon, and they would have
yeah.
to edit all of his pieces out, and it would just be not a vote anymore.
It's it's
So,
crazy. It's crazy, like you said, McMahon and the allegations with this, and it's also the um, Chris Benoit, that tragic,
oh
horrific thing with,
yes.
you know, they on Netflix here. Usually in this before on the network they eliminated everything Chris Benoit, but on Netflix
Mhm.
everything Chris Benoit is there. Like
Really?
I was watching Royal Rumble, I think 2003,
Hmm.
him and Kurt Angle,
Hmm.
and he got a standing ovation. And it's like it's I'm just watching this like these people are giving this man a standing ovation after what he did. It's
Mm.
and they don't obviously it's before everything happened, but I mean it's crazy just to see an image of this stuff happening. But it is what it is. Well, let's
And
get to it. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, and that storyline, before, you know, the death of Chris Benoit and his family, murder suicide. I was really into that story they were telling with McMahon being blown up by a
Yes.
limousine. And I
Yes.
really wanted to know where I was going because I remember internet was still kind of like new.
Just starting. Yeah.
Right. So we had DSL that back then we didn't have this fancy Wi-Fi. Like, what is that? Right. And I remember going online and they had like on WWE.com, it had like caution tape and they said they're gonna do like this investigation and show who it was. And we never got a chance to do it because, that happened. And McMahon had to come out and say, hey, in fiction, we have this, in real life, we have that. Now, of course, that
Hmm.
was before it came out about what really was the true story about what happened to Benoit. But that Monday Night Raw, when they dedicated the entire show, and that was the only time I remember them actually dedicating the entire show. And I understand
Yeah.
why, because again, it was before the story developed. And also, it wasn't just the passing of Chris; it was his wife and one of his
His son.
sons. So it was a big thing. But after everything, and because everything was early 2000s ish, it was showing how they made the scene with McMahon getting blown up in a limousine. It was like two different shots and everything. I thought that was just so cool, and I just really wanted to see how that story really played out. So
It never happened. Thank
no,
God.
no. Hey, I wanted to see that, but
All right, final boss, baby. Um, let's get to it. Let's get to the questions of here of after the slam. I get into the get to know the fan, and I want to get to know you. So here we go. Let's ring the bell. And my new little graphic before we start. So, final boss, how did you become a wrestling fan?
that's a good question.
Mm,
Really, it's been so long ago, I don't even remember. But here's what I do remember. So
yes.
I remember me not liking wrestling at first because it's,
Hmm.
it's an acquired taste. I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. It's kind of like sports, right? I'm like trying to figure it out. Don't know. But I started watching it with my mom, and she is deceased, and she's been deceased for a long time now. So I really started watching it on cable with my mom, and that's really how it started. And I used to love watching Raw when I was growing up, watching the Monday Night Wars.
Wow. Okay.
Um, and that's really, really how it started. It was something that me and her did. I used to love in the early 2000s, when we moved from WWF to WWE, when we had that overlap of that 8 minutes. It would go off at 11:08 Eastern time, and you
Yes.
had to watch the last match. Now you watch the last match, and you're gonna be pretty disappointed now. But back then, you watched the main event, and something always happened. It was always a cliffhanger, and then between 11:05 and 11:08, something happened, and you couldn't wait until the next Raw to see how it panned out.
Hmm.
And that was really what hooked me onto wrestling. Um, I play a lot of video games too. Uh,
Really?
yeah, I used to be a big gamer when I was young. Now I'm like the opposite, right? Because now I don't have time. Now I'm out shopping and doing other stuff, working.
Oh, damn.
But
Let's play a game or something. Okay.
yeah, I play a lot of games. I miss the old video games. Of course, one of my favorite, no surprise, SmackDown versus Raw, and also Just Bring It. But I remember playing the games and we had the wrestlers go over the barricade, and it was so old that the crowd was like paper thins, and they were like one-dimensional, two-dimensional figures.
Yeah.
And hear Michael Cole say the same things over and over again, and hearing JR saying, it's a slobber knocker over and over again. This is a great time for wrestling over and over.
It's a great time for wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just yeah, I used to play the games a lot too. So that's also what kind of cemented me as a wrestling fan. But yeah, it was just something that I really did with my mom growing up.
That's awesome. That's cool. That's cool that you shared that with your mom. I shared that with my father. If you guys saw the first episode, like that old grumpy man that I had on my show, he was supposed to be on my show yesterday, but he wasn't feeling too good. So
I saw that.
Don't worry, pops. Don't worry, pops. We'll do it. We'll reschedule it. We'll postpone that. But he's the one that showed me wrestling. I've been watching it since Hulkamania days. So I watched Hogan. Yeah, Hogan was my guy. So growing up, Hogan, first WrestleMania I watched was WrestleMania 2, him and King Kong Bundy. And then, as I recall, like I was maybe 3 years old when that match happened, right? And then the one that I cemented wrestling for me was the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan WrestleMania 6. And then from there it was gone. But I never missed an event with my father. We try to watch it together. But not wife, kids. I've grown up to that.
Do your kids watch it though?
My daughter does. My son, he's still 1 year old. But my daughter is she's 4 years old, and my daughter is a Cody Rhodes and CM Punk fan. So let me tell you, yesterday was a big day in my household. So,
because of the title.
So my daughter was walking around with that world heavyweight title belt around her waist, singing the song. Look in my eyes, what do you see, Daddy? I gotta go do pee. I get it. Let's go. But that was my household yesterday. But yeah. But it's I love the fact that you said that you watched it with your mom. But I want to ask you, and if you could maybe remember what your mom remembers. What was your favorite wrestler? Who was your favorite wrestler and your mom's favorite wrestler back then?
Back then,
when you started watching, yeah, and then now, two-part.
Well, okay. So back then, my mom was a big Batista fan, a Bautista. Okay. Maybe he always gets it wrong, right? That's Batista. Not how you spell his name. It's you. But she really loved him, especially when he broke apart from Evolution. She loved the Animal.
Yes.
Me back then, I really loved Triple H back then.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Randy Orton back then as well.
Evolution or
Rock was already gone around that time, early 2000s.
Really?
Now, as far as now, it's The Rock. I liked CM Punk. But I don't like him as much now.
Okay, that's okay.
I liked him more so when they did that re-ramp up ECW. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, of course. And he was the straight edge guy.
Yep, the straight edge.
Yeah.
And he had a straight edge society and everything. Mm-hmm. We had the Kelly expose when she got all.
Oh my goodness! Don't remind me, please. Don't remind me. My goodness. Don't remind me.
So I liked him back then. Long hair Punk.
Yeah.
As far as who else do I like now? As far as women,
Rhea Ripley.
I like Charlotte.
Okay.
No, I don't like Rhea Ripley.
All right. So let's do this for Charlotte.
I like her entrance.
All right.
Her entrance is good.
Okay.
Her entrance is good. I love her song, but I don't like her as a wrestler. She takes forever to set up her little move there.
I got no comment. I'm not going to get into this.
And I just, She doesn't like. She looks. I like how she looks with the makeup on. I really like her entrance, but her as a wrestler, no. And I think we really got a chance to really see that when we had the implosion of her and Liv, because at that time we all wanted to see what was going to happen when Rhea returned.
Yeah.
And then she did return, and the first appearance was okay when she came back doing Raw, and after that, it was just down.
Yeah.
Down we went.
Yep.
I like Charlotte a lot. I loved her before she got injured with the knee. Now she came back.
Limitations, right? She has her limitations.
But now she seems to be at 100%. So I like her again. It's no question. I love the Bella twins. Nikki's my favorite Bella.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I love them back when they were Twin Magic, when they were on SmackDown, and we only had one of them, and they were going under the ring and switching and doing weird stuff, and they were doing the Twin
that was
Magic.
awesome. Yeah.
So I love that. I love The Undertaker. I like the Dead Man because there's different versions of Taker, not just the American Man.
Got you. Don't mention his name. The bell will ring.
So I like the Dead Man version of the Undertaker.
Okay.
I like Kane. I think Kane doesn't get a lot of appreciation, but I do.
Yep.
However, I like him more when he took off his mask during like pretty much his final run.
Not the Authority. Please tell me not that run.
Well, I do like that one, but that was corporate Kane. But Kane was fighting Big Red Machine is what he was fighting under without the mask on. He just had the contact in.
Yeah, wasn't that? I liked it when he first unmasked and he beat up Eric Bischoff and Tombstone Linda McMahon. That was the Kane I liked unmasked.
Everyone says, and I don't know if this is true, but the rumor always is that that's not the original Kane. The Kane with the mask is not the original Kane.
Oh, come on now.
That's what they say. They say that Glenn Jacobs is not the original Kane. That's what they have said for years. Well, if that's true or not, I don't know.
Who's they?
The internet.
Don't listen to the internet. We don't even know what we're talking about right here on this show. And After the Slam. Come on. Come on. This is Glenn Jacobs, people. You are not going to tell me Glenn is not the original Kane. Please.
I'll have to do my research on that, but yeah,
that's right now.
Hey, that's what we were saying like forever.
If you think Kane is not Glenn Jacob is not the original Kane, you are a fucking mark. That's what you are. Okay, that's what it is. Sorry,
I'm surprised you never heard that though.
I never heard this. I followed it, and I've noticed the body type is the same. If it differed a little bit before when he was with the full body suit, and he had the little straps. Like I see, but Glenn Jacobs. No, I think when the fake. No, I think when that Luke Gallows was portraying Kane, that was the fake Kane, and we all knew it.
Oh man, I never liked Luke Gallows.
I
liked him as the Good Brothers, but I didn't like him being Festus. I don't think a lot of people remember that.
Oh my God, Festus, and my goodness, great with the bell rang,
But who he was supposed to really be, the reinvention of Eugene, and Eugene was great.
Eugene, well, you can't replace Eugene. Eugene was a great character and great wrestler. Nick Dinsmore is a very good wrestler.
He was fat and old, and they didn't want him, so they told him to get out. No,
the character only could have lasted that long. The character could have lasted just a little bit,
Well, supposedly, when McMahon saw him, he was like, "Well, we don't want old fat Eugene," and that's That's how he got released, apparently.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's hit the next question.
You just made the list.
Wow, I love that. I love Jericho. I used to be a Jericho-holic back in the day, man.
I'm still a Jericho-holic today, and I'm praying to God, whatever rumors I'm hearing, he is going back. Please, God. I don't know what rumors I'm hearing, but it is what it is. But it is.
Hi, guys.
Hi. What you say? Hi.
Yeah, that's the learning tree now. Hey, that's not the same Chris Jericho.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what you meant. The learning tree. I'm not a big fan of the learning tree, so I'm not going to get started with that.
Well,
You
I
know?
liked him before when he was in the Indies, when he was the Painmaker.
Oh my God! Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
In
and he
Japan,
had that really great match with Omega.
yes.
But now,
Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah,
and he started, when he started to get a little bit older,
that
he would
body
gain
stuff.
weight in the belly and then lose it, and then gain and lose it. He'll go on like a Fozzy tour, gain weight,
Get
come
drunk
back,
and
wrestle, lose weight, and now he's just there
saggy.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But let me ask you, what's your favorite theme song? Judas from Fozzy. No.
I like. Ooh, I like a lot of songs. I like the first Randy Orton song when he went solo.
The Fire
After
Burns.
is that what it's called?
Yeah.
No, no,
Doom. Hey,
no. It
nothing
goes
you
like,
could
"Hey,
say.
nothing you can say."
Yeah, that's
That
it.
one.
That's
And
it.
then I like, I like Edge. You think you know me.
Metalingus.
I like Kane's Crimson. It's by
Crimson.
Finger 11.
Slow chemical. Yes.
Yeah, yep, that.
Yeah.
Of course, I like The Rock, but because I don't like the Hollywood Rock song. I like the one that he had at his last WrestleMania when he kind of mixed it together. I like that.
Amazing.
Um,
Goosebumps.
of course, I like both of Triple H's songs. I like the King of Kings and the Game.
Yeah.
I like the Evolution song. I like Rhea Ripley's song, but the one with the guys in it, because she's that one with the girls, and I like the one with the guys in it.
Okay.
I like the Nia Jax song. I'm not like most girls.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Trish Stratus song.
Jesus. So
Um,
you got a
yeah,
playlist in your
yeah, that
playlist
is
plan.
well, like we'll be here all episode.
Yeah. We're gonna do an episode just me and Final Boss, baby,
Yeah,
to talk about what tracks we like.
Let's just name the whole soundtrack.
We're gonna call the
No.
show.
Just made the list.
That's it. That's what we're gonna call the show. The list from Final Boss, baby. All right.
List.
So I like all those themes. My theme so far is still CM Punk. After the Becky Lynch's new song, new song that she came out. I am a big fan of it. I like it. I like it. The new one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. CM Punk's Cult of Personality is one of my tops, tattooed on my chest over here. Yeah. What else? I know.
Really?
Edge.
The Thunderbolt tattooed on your chest?
Yeah, I got some. The title right there, right there. It's blurry, but it's there. It just says Cult of Personality. Listen, so you know,
Okay. Wow.
in handwriting. Not the whole lyrics. Come on, I don't have enough chest room for that. And Edge Metalingus. Those are my three. Now, that's not what we were talking about. Edge, and I'm not going to say Adam Copeland. Do not let me say that. You're an Edge fan?
I do like Edge.
Okay, cool.
For me, he had the best Money in the Bank run for anyone. I remember him running to the
first
ring.
one.
Yep, long. I call it raincoat, long jacket, running to the ring with the briefcase. I miss him humping the ring and everything.
Mm-hmm. That was prime rated R superstar right there. Edge is my guy.
A lot of people don't like it, but I liked Team Rated RKO.
Yeah, they were underrated as a tag team. Not gonna last because you could have seen that they were gonna face. Yeah, they were good. They're special.
Well, that was when WWE was doing Franken teams where they just took a singles guy, another singles guy, and mixed their names, and then boom, like they were kind of doing that.
Yeah.
Kind of like Mizdow, where they had the Miz and Damian Sandow, like they were just mixing people all together. So that was kind of a trend they had during that time.
So tell me, what are you enjoying the most right now, WWE or AEW?
WWE. I don't watch AEW as much as I used to. I had actually left WWE for a while during the Thunderdome era, the pandemic, and I went over to AEW. But I like WWE. Right now we're in a
state,
a hard place right now. As far as looking, I'm hoping that it'll pick up closer to Mania, where we're praying, because remember back then it used to be the road to WrestleMania started after Rumble, but now it starts after like Chamber now. So That's what the Triple H said last year. He said you got to give it a few weeks. That's what he said during the press conference. So hopefully it'll pick up this year. They're in Vegas. We're starting to see that vignette that you've seen when they're playing poker. So
oh my God, that vignette screwed a lot of people's minds.
yeah, and there's an empty chair there. There's a lot of speculation about who's going to sit in that chair next to Paul Heyman. So there's a lot of little weird things going on. And old WWE 2010s, early 2000s, WWF would have, some weird convoluted thing about that empty chair. Now it's just really showing, hey, for sure, it's these 4 guys going to be at WrestleMania. And for sure now, because we're not going to change the city no more, but we're going to do it in Vegas.
Yeah.
And we're not going to add more people to the poster because last year we did that. And people weren't at WrestleMania that we had on a poster. Like Nia Jax and like The Rock was on the poster for a while. And they took him off, but they still haven't advertised because he wasn't there. So we're going to put 4 people on this poster for this vignette. So that way we don't have to change and pay the graphics guy to do it all over again.
Yeah, you never know with these guys. You never know. It changes. It changes a lot, but like I'm not someone to critique what's going on backstage or anything. I'm just a guy that just watches the show. I don't watch the Dave Meltzer ratings and all the yada yada yada.
I don't like the Dave Meltzer. But did you hear that supposedly the rumor is
he's working there?
The reason why the first 2 years of the Triple H era was so good wasn't because Triple H had all these great ideas and he ran out of ideas, which probably did happen, but no. They're saying it's because McMahon had left some stuff he wanted to do. And that was all McMahon's like final plans and stuff. And now that that's wasted and gone, now we get the real Triple H era, and it's this, supposedly.
No, I don't believe that, but I do believe it's in your name. I believe the 2 years that we've been when it was hot, who was the main part of it? The final boss. The Rock was a big deal in those 2 years. So at the end of the day,
the story was so good.
The
story was really was at its peak, and then after Roman lost his title, it kind of had bumps and waves, and it just coasted ever since.
Cody as a champion is good at the beginning. He finished his story, let's say, like everybody has said. But, I think his story should be playing. What they did on yesterday with him and McIntyre was atrocious in my eyes. It was horrible. And I think Cody even knows it was terrible because when he raised the title up and he looked in his face, he looked like he was embarrassed by winning the match. So I think Drew McIntyre should have won. And I'm waiting the moment Drew McIntyre becomes WWE champion. It's about goddamn time,
Man, Cody's run this time, and I am not a Cody fan. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
He's just not good. Now I did like him in the Indies, in the Bullet Club. And I kind of liked him, the first 2 years of AEW, before everything went the way it went with him. He was in the Elite.
I'm right here.
But I'm not a fan of him in the ring. I'm not really a big fan of his promos. However, you have to give flowers where flowers are deserved. And I think
I'm here. Don't worry, I'm listening.
For SmackDown, he definitely got the upper hand over Drew because that Drew promo was absolutely garbage.
Oh, I saw that. I saw your tweet.
Yeah, it was really bad, really, really bad. But this, I'm not happy that Cody won the championship in the first place, the first run. But the whole build up to him finishing the story was kind of good. People wanted him to finish the story and be champion. It was there. Now this second run, I forget he's champion. His matches don't feel big anymore. Probably because he doesn't have any good opponents as well. I think that's a key factor. But
Yeah.
yeah, we don't have the star power anymore. Like we don't. A lot of people are on their way out on their last few years in the company, and we don't have any really good new male stars that are on the main roster. Really, besides Braun Breaker.
Jeez, that's a statement. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, can you name another?
Um.
And don't say LA Knight.
Oh,
LA Knight ain't new.
No, he ain't new.
He's far from
But
new.
neither is Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker did his NXT, and but they're building him. They're building him slowly.
Correct, but he's also like that newer young guy. Because remember, a lot of our favorites came from
NXT,
NXT. The Shield came from NXT, and then they
yeah.
came over and they became the stars that we know of today. A lot of people came from NXT. So did Charlotte Flair. So did Bayley. List goes on and on and on. So did Alexa Bliss. But with LA Knight, yeah, I like his gimmick and everything, and he's pretty good.
As for champion, though, I agree with you. He's to face for a champion. No, he's give him the IC, give him the US, fine.
Yeah,
but even tag champ was fine.
Logan Paul, he's so good in ring wise, but his gimmick is just like his gimmick should be what it is because that's who he is. He's not the best guy.
Cocky motherfucker.
Yeah, and social media influencer. So on paper, it makes sense, but his delivery of the gimmick is just not resonating with anyone. And it should because it's close to him, but it's not. You know why?
It's a good question. It's a good why?
Because it's too close to the Miz. That's what the Miz character was.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, because remember,
I'm never gonna ever say anything about Miz
as an underdog because he wasn't tough enough. But he came from where? He came from MTV, The Real World, and The Real World was the thing back in the day. So here's this Hollywood guy going through Tough Enough, and here he is, as this cocky guy, he's awesome. Miz TV, turn the W upside down and make a DM. I know you remember that. And then he became the A-lister because he did some movies. He got the girl, which is Maurice. I used to like Maurice, by the way. And she's that's kind of his yeah. So she was champion, and most people don't remember that for some reason. But yep. Hey, but that's all they had back then. But hey, it still counts. AJ Lee, which was a Divas champion. So
I still say divas. I don't see superstars. I say divas. The divas of today are awesome, and I get chewed up. I'm sorry. That's what I grew up with. But speaking of the Miz, that title right there, the IC title, that white strap that you see blurred out a little bit, right behind me.
Yeah, the third one over.
That one there. Yeah, that one right there. That title, the Miz made. And if the Miz made that championship,
and remember, he's a two-time Grand Slam champion. So
two-time Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of the Miz, I want to know what was your favorite storyline that you would recall and remember that you enjoyed the most.
Ooh, so this one I actually talked about with Miami over the phone, but
we're getting exclusive
a few days ago. Well, because we talk, because we
of course we have to know
come up with ideas for BW Radio, talk it up. But I don't think it made it to this episode because the episode was pretty wild. But it was when Kane had gotten Lita pregnant.
Oh, with Snitsky and stuff? That whole storyline?
It's not my fault.
Why do I love you now? Like, this is amazing. Jesus. Oh my God, you remember this storyline? That was your favorite? Like this?
Correct, because remember,
amazing.
there was images of Kane dragging Lita to the ring because he's forcing to be where he kidnapped her.
Yeah.
But then there was a part in that story where they sat down with Kane, and it was really the insight of really the corporate Kane, because we never really seen Kane act this way, but they sat him down and it was like, Lita's going through some things, and I want to be like the best father and stuff. I'm just like, what is this? Now, of course, that was before they kind of changed the storyline where, you know, there was a match between him and Snitsky, and then there was a chair. You know, she got hit in the back, and she, you know, pretty much had a miscarriage, right? And that's what happened to
Jesus Christ,
that, and it became it's not my fault, because he's saying it wasn't his fault that happened, and it was an accident, and
if you know, this is the first. I was ready to hear something else, but I'm like you are so unique in answering that question for saying it's not my fault. The Lita Kane pregnancy rivalry. Stop it now. That storyline is the one that you enjoyed the most. Jesus, I am so happy you said that. That's so different and unique. I love it. Thank you, Final Boss Baby. That was good. So basically, I won't be able to ask you like, do you remember Demolition versus the Heart Foundation, because you never watched that? Nope.
No.
Yeah. So I get it. You were in the Ruthless Aggression era. That's where you started your watching of wrestling.
I did have to go back and then watch a couple of older matches, but really the Ruthless Aggression is really where I started.
I got you.
I loved Kurt Angle as well. I loved him when he was on WWE and when he was in TNA. I love both of those runs.
Did you know that he was in TNA longer than WWE?
It doesn't feel like it, but that probably is true.
Same for AJ Styles. AJ Styles is longer now in WWE than he was in TNA. It's crazy to know.
Well, he was a TNA original. Styles was. I don't remember how long he was there. But you know, he did so much indie wrestling and so much other companies in between. So I think that's why I didn't like Kurt's when he came back and then he retired with Baron Corbin.
They botched him.
I did like where they were trying to go with him and Jason Jordan before Jason had that career-ending neck injury.
Yeah, for his neck. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, the whole thing was going to be that was his son and stuff.
So that storyline too was a little bit more off in my book. Like somebody was telling me that Kurt Angle Kurt Angle wanted to do this and he didn't want it. It was supposed to be Chad Gable. Anyways, again, I don't go into the dirt sheets for that stuff. So I don't do dirt sheets. Just letting you know. In my second
time. Hornswoggle, isn't he the son of like Vince?
Yeah,
because at first I thought it was gonna be
Kennedy.
Which I loved Finley.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My name is Finley, and I love to fight with the shillelagh.
That was badass.
Yeah, I think it came out as Vince was the father of like Hornswoggle back in the day, right?
Yeah, that was a storyline. That was a terrible. That was the stupidities. Anyways, okay. So let me ask a question here. This is a fun question. I asked every second episode. So let's say you have a round table. Like you're the final boss, baby, right? You are the final boss, the head of the table this time. Okay. Now you have to have dinner with
the high chief.
High chief. But right now you're the head of the table. Okay, because I'm putting you on a round table right now. Okay. If you have to sit down with 3 other wrestlers to have dinner with, who would you pick?
The Rock. Let's see. Who else?
It doesn't matter what you think.
There you go. Okay, go ahead. The
Rock. Nikki Bella.
Nikki Bella, The Rock, and final?
He's not wrestling anymore, but Adam Pearce.
Wow.
I love Adam Pearce.
Good for you. Now that's a good Adam Pearce. If you're watching this, I hope you are one day. You got somebody who loves you. I like Adam Pearce too. I liked him in the Indies as well, and the NWA.
I like him now because he is my favorite Raw GM. Besides, this is gonna be wild.
Eric Bischoff.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew it.
Exactly.
Eric Bischoff's my guy. Yeah.
I did like Baron Corbin as the constable, though. I did like that. But yeah, I like that they kind of have this old school, like more like attitude aggression manager with Adam Pearce. He has a lot of TV time. He's going backstage, throwing his weight around. And we haven't really seen that in like a number of years now. Now, of course, we've seen it with the Authority because that was of course. But as far as like a Raw GM or any GM, we haven't really seen that. And they're giving him a lot of TV time. And I really like that. They're really expanding his role. So like, it's no question about, hey, he is the Raw GM. It's not like when we had, celebrities and even Hogan host like PLEs and they go, oh, they're the host, and we see them come out one time. You're like, that's not a host. You seen them come out one time.
Yeah. No, I love your answer, Final Boss Baby. The Rock, Nikki Bella, Adam Pearce, and yourself at a table. I could actually see that actually happening in real life. So, so let's look at the comments right now because I have been ignoring the comments lately. I've been playing on my buttons. We have Lou. We have a lot of people restreaming, retweeting this. We got Carlos who popped up. Carlos saying hello.
Carlos, I'll talk to the collective.
Hola. Carlos is a big fan. I love Carlos, man. He's helped me grow this channel and my community as well. So I gotta give Carlos. And mind you, I saw you commenting on Carlos episodes frequently, and I'm like, I gotta reach out to Final Boss.
Yeah, I've known Carlos for a little bit, and he's a great supporter. He's a great fan. He's a great guy.
I've never met someone so nice in my life. That's such a welcoming guy. Carlos. We love you, man, with that tuxedo. Okay, so let's go back to the show. Let me get my little thing here. I like to do this. Okay. I don't know these sound effects. I didn't know we could put these sound effects in StreamYard. I'm like, why didn't I do this before? Well, I'm doing this for Final Boss.
I have to figure out how I can do that because I don't know how to do that.
It's very easy. It's so like right there in my face. I don't know why. Add sound. Okay, boom.
Okay.
Simple as that. I'm gonna do it for every show, and you're the first one, so I'm happy to do it with you. Okay, back to the questions. Underrated. I was getting a lot of flack because people are saying that Bryan Danielson is underrated or he's overrated. I say he's overrated, but whatever it may be. But I want to go to underrated. Who do you find is very underrated and not appreciated right now in the either WWE or AEW system?
Underrated is gonna sound, and we talked about this before. I would say probably Logan Paul.
It could be a man.
Logan Paul.
Wow. Underrated.
Now Logan Paul, man, is he a good promo? No. Is he a good gimmick? No. But his in-ring is better than some of the top people right now.
Agreed, 1,000%.
And this is a guy whose background is not wrestling. Yeah, he's done boxing, but his background is not wrestling. And
1,000%.
we know that just because you do one thing doesn't mean that you transition to another thing. Yeah. We've seen that with Ronda Rousey. She thought it was going to be a cakewalk, and it really wasn't. And
Ronda Rousey.
And it really didn't go well for her because the two, on paper, it's like, okay, well, if you can do real, actual graps and fighting, well, of course I can do it with a predetermined thing, and it's just not. It's not the same.
The amount of botches that woman did in wrestling ring was terrible. She hands down ruined the main event with her, Becky Lynch, Charlotte. I'll say it and I'll say it again. She ruined that main event. The storyline was awesome, but the final 1, 2, 3 mat, the shoulders pinned to the mat, that roll up was horrendous for the final thing we watched on freaking WrestleMania.
Yeah, she didn't like being there.
Yeah, it wasn't. All right, so Logan Paul, I agree with you. Even you know what, his promo.
I got bathroom real quick.
Oh, okay. So you gotta go. You know what? Go ahead. I'm gonna do a commercial break. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Commercial break, people. Let's go.
You think you know me?
We are back. Final Boss Baby is unavailable at the moment. We're going to just talk about here. She's going to be coming back. But we hit 202 people in the show, people. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching this. Ask her, Mary F. Kill. Carlos, I don't know. I might just ask a question, but you never know. I want to be polite. But again, I want to ask everybody, thank you very much. We hit 204 people. Let's get going. Congratulate yourself, 205, watching after the slam here. This is a great accomplishment. We've hit this. We hit 494 with Carlos Estrada episode, and now we're here with Final Boss Baby. We're hitting the numbers, and we are very, very happy here. Guys, also hit a follow, like and subscribe. The YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube. On Facebook, give me a follow. If you like watching the show, just keep watching the show on Facebook. Also on Twitch, if you're watching this on Twitch, please hit a follow as well. Or a like, comment, whatever it may be. And on X, guys, hit me a follow and everything. And of course, if you'd like to be an extra, a guest on my show, just hit me up on the DMs on all my social platforms, and I will love to have you on my guest. But now that we have the time, I will introduce my next guest that will be on After the Slam next Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. He is from the Simply Reliable Studios. I'm going to hit that mark. I'm going to hit that cue. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Mike Cardwell. Sorry for the little... I guess it's not showing properly on your screen, but there it is. Boom. There he is. Mike Cardwell. He is the stat boy. Mike Cardwell, he's the Mr. Greek. He's from the Simply Reality Studios. He's going to be on my show next week on After the Slam episode. I think it's going to be 11. And yeah, the episode we were supposed to have with my dad last week was... yesterday was postponed due to feeling ill. But again, 211 people. Guys, thank you so much. Let's hit the comments. Let me answer some questions. DWE, baby, 200. Thank you, Miami the Great. You are going to be on my show. I'm going to hit you some killer questions. But right now, Final Boss Baby is making history. She is the second person in line. So now we got Carlos Estrada. We got Final Boss Baby. We got Hannibal Scores. And we're going to Alex DeLuke. And the list goes down from after that. But guys, thank you very much for being on the show. And this is for you guys. I like to get to know the fan, and don't get to know each other. And I hope you're enjoying my show while I'm enjoying your company. So everybody, again, thank you very much. Next week we're gonna have hold on, there we go. My switcher is not working. Mike Cardwell, he will be on my show next Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time here on After the Slam. While we're waiting for Final Boss Baby, we're going to show the graphic. It's going to be cool, and then I'm going to show you back the graphic here for Final Boss Baby. Right there it is. That's what's happening right now. Final Boss After the Slam. She is from the DWE, the Wrestle Collective. She does a lot for the free just Talk It Up podcast. It is a fun. She is the unseen bling queen, which I'm waiting for her to return so we could continue the interview and continue the show. If any of you need December 7, Miami, yes, December 7, I got you. You're on my list. Miami on December 7. Let me see, where's Miami's graphic? I got it here. Boom. The new graphic for Miami, the Great. There it is, December 7. Blur is going to adjust itself, hopefully. There it is. The new graphic, Spotify, also all our Spotify. Guys, if you want to listen to the podcast once again, please go on Spotify and, just what do you do? Follow and leave a rating on the podcasts. Because I appreciate you guys doing all that stuff for me. But also, we're on TikTok Live. So if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, we're on TikTok Live. People are joining. I don't know how TikTok Live works, but, it is what it is. Anyways, where's she? Miss Talk It Up, co-host of the Talk It Up. Let's get her back on the grind. Let's put this right here. And that's it. So, guys, thank you very much. But while we wait, last night was a big night. Saturday night's main event. My predictions were I was off 2. I was out of 4. So I voted Tiffany Stratton to retain, and she did not retain the title. Jade Cargill just nominated her, which did a great performance. Congratulations, Jade Cargill. Dominic Mysterio An amazing way to win the title, retain his titles. Congrats to Dominic Mysterio. Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, we spoke about it before. Not a big fan of the way it happened, but what is what it is. And my boy CM Punk, the new World Heavyweight Champion. And she is back, Miss the Unseen Bling Queen. Talk It Up co-host studio, Talk It Up podcast. The co-host, ladies and gentlemen, the final boss is back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, so I just did a promos. You know, I put a commercial of my merch store. We also promoted the next couple of next episodes. Tomorrow we have Mike Cardwell from the Simply Realitable Studios. Also, Miami the Great, December 7th. He'll be on the show. And I wanted to tell you, while you were gone, Miss Final Boss, you are number 2. Basically ranked number 2 because we have Carlos Estrada as number 1, and now you are number 2 because you hit the 222 mark. So thank you, Miss Final Boss baby. You know, and my live looks like it's gonna my TikTok live looks like it's gonna shut down any moment. Let's get back to the show with you. TikTok, guys, again, if you want to follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, follow also Final Boss. Final Boss, before we're going to continue the show, because I have a few more questions and we're going to call it at night, because I believe do you have anything scheduled for yourself tonight?
No. I mean, as far as content, no.
Okay, just for me. All right, cool. You got time for me. Go ahead.
Well, I have time to do other things, but as far as content, no, because my schedule is really wacky. And we don't even have DWE, we don't even have a set day or time for our content. It's whenever me and Miami are both available and free, because he works, he goes all over the country.
Nice.
And I work long hours, and then I'm not working with my kids. Well, I'm not doing that with my dogs. When I'm not doing that, I'm usually shopping,
watching wrestling. Oh, shopping. Okay.
Shopping. and then there's wrestling. So
and then there's wrestling. So for me, it's the same thing as work. It's being a father, and being a husband, and being a wrestling fan and watching wrestling. But I kind of put wrestling ahead of other things sometimes, which is not good. But hey, it is what it is.
Oh wow.
Hey, wrestling was a part of my life before I got kids and got married. Okay, so wrestling is in the blood. I can't stop anything. Wrestling is my life.
Does your
Back
wife wrestling?
My wife, she liked it. Now she doesn't like it no more.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah. Me.
Okay.
Me liking it too much. That's why probably happened. You know,
overconsumption.
Dummy. Yeah.
Yeah, dummy. That's what overconsumption is the word. Yes. You know, she would want to do things, and I'm playing. You know, WWE 2K.
It's funny that he said dummy, because that is what LA Knight used to say when he was in TNA.
That's the clip.
Dummy. Yeah.
And then now it's just
Bring back dummy
because it's more PG. Because you're calling somebody dumb, so I kind of get that. It's kind of like the attitude adjustment versus the FU.
The FU was much better. Anyways, all right. So let's go back to your show. Let's go back. Let's ring the bell. Here we go. All right. So Final Boss. Here we go. Now I want you to make me a dream match of yours. A match that you would love to see at WrestleMania in the main event for whatever championship you desire. Who would you have as a one-on-one match, or it could be a tag match, it could be a 6-man, a triple threat, whatever it may be. What is your dream match you would love to see at WrestleMania?
Okay, so we're going to assume that Goldberg is healthy and not concussed and not remnants of CTE.
Okay. Goldberg.
And not pissed off. But Goldberg versus The Rock versus Cena.
Oh my goodness.
Versus Roman.
Acknowledge me.
Okay.
In the last man standing match.
Fatal 4-way last man standing.
Yes.
Who goes over? Who goes over? I gotta hear this.
The
And
Rock
how?
does. The Rock does.
Oh well, you know what? I should do this.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Okay, The Rock. The Rock goes over. How? Who does he beat as the 10 count, the final? Don't say it, Roman. They should work together in that match.
Well, they do work together until
Okay.
the end,
Okay.
where he gives him a rock bottom, and everyone else is laid out, and then he's counted out because he's the last man standing. They count to 10, and you have Rock standing over Roman.
Oh my goodness, you're breaking my heart. You are the final boss. You are the final boss.
Well, you know, a lot of matches, you know, stipulations we don't have anymore. We don't have first blood matches because we can't. We don't really have, well, we do kind of have them. They now call them street fights, but we don't really have the balls count anywhere matches. They're more like street fights now, which is really what they are. We don't really have submission matches like that anymore.
Yeah, the technical matches.
We don't really do the Hell in a Cell really anymore.
What happened to that pay-per-view? They used to have that pay-per-view.
We don't have it now. Now they just do Survivor Series, and
they have bad blood.
And Chamber
bad blood.
because they're in pods. They don't really do the
Mm-hmm.
Hell in a Cell anymore. We don't do TLC matches anymore.
That's crazy.
Well, we kind of do because remember we had that. We do get some ladders and chairs matches. They usually, you know, here and there, but having we don't have the TLC pay-per-view anymore, I should say.
We had the TLC
we don't
pay-per-view,
have basket matches anymore. Which I get it because Undertaker's retired, but we don't have those anymore. So we don't have a lot of stipulations anymore.
Yeah, I get it. No,
we don't have the buried alive matches anymore.
No.
We don't have the I Quit matches anymore.
Oh, that one we have.
By the way, my favorite I Quit match, of course, is JBL versus Cena because
that was amazing.
Because when JBL quit, it's like I quit. It was just perfect.
He still destroyed him, threw the steps at him. I loved it.
Yeah. Now we did have one recently. We had it with AJ Styles and Cody, which in Miami disagreed. We just talked about this recently. I said it was one of Cody's best runs when he championship. Best matches. He said no. I say yes. For Cody, that was one of his best matches. The only thing that killed it was the ending because for some reason
he quit.
AJ Styles was afraid of the steel steps.
And
he quit for that. If they had it ended that way, it would have been something crazy. It would have been a 5-star match.
I guess. I wasn't a big fan of that. I was a big fan of the Cody Rhodes Kevin Owens rivalry. That one I enjoyed the most. But that too ended weird. Well, Kevin is also hurt and all that.
My favorite thing with KO was, of course, him and Chris Jericho.
Oh, and that too ruined it. That too, they just ruined it. That should have been the main event of Mania that year, man.
Yeah.
Well, they did it the second match. What is this?
Why is my name on the list? So.
Yeah, you know.
You just made the list.
There you go. Chris Jericho was my man. I love Chris Jericho. I remember I said this in my previous shows when I met Jericho at a record store here in the back home. I was wearing a pink shirt that said "Real Men Wear Pink." He looked at me. He's like, "Take that shirt off. I want it." I'm like, I was so scared of this man who was huge back then. I took it off. They called me a jerk off. He said, "Put your shirt back on. Here's your autograph. Get the hell out of my line." That's like, all right. This is Chris Jericho. But that was the best moment I'll ever see. And this is a dream of mine to have Chris Jericho on my show.
You know what I used to like? Remember when he did that Stacker 2 commercial? And don't you wish you were me? And he yeah.
The fact that you sang for me.
Well, Stacker 2 is still around, but it's probably in your local like dollar off store. You guys have it. You have Dollar Tree Canada, right? So go there and it's there.
Yes. Yeah.
Forgot about that. You know, for those who don't know, in the U.S., we have the Dollar Tree. They have the nice red leaf for Dollar Tree Canada, right? Same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
But yeah, but if you go in there, you'll see usually that product there. But yeah, back in the day, they had Chris Jericho. He did a commercial for it. I loved it. And then they had John Cena do one, and he was kind of doing like the hard knocks with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember Chris Jericho doing that commercial. It was one of my favorite Chris Jericho jingles. Well, only jingle that I know, but jingle from Chris Jericho. I like Fozzy. Of
Yeah, I
course,
like Fozzy too. I'm a Fozzy
yeah, I
guy.
like their music. I heard some things about Fozzy personally, but I do like.
Jesus, even that? Okay, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know any of that.
But I do like a lot of their songs.
All
I
right.
like Do You Want to Start a War? It's like my favorite song by them.
I like what's it called? Sane. Sane was a fun song.
I like Nowhere to One as well.
That one's very good. And then Crazy Train that they just came out with was awesome too.
Oh, so
All right.
they remade the Ozzy Osbourne song?
Yeah. Crazy Train. Very good. Sounds exactly the same, but just Jericho's voice. Okay, so we're winding down now for the last 3 questions, and then we're gonna ask some other questions, but we're gonna go back to the comments. We got 3 comments here. Carlos, I loved his dummy button. Yeah, I love that too. Let's put that up.
Yeah, dummy.
Dummy. I have that. I have the button myself now, so I'm gonna use it. What is Carlos saying? They do Hell in a Cell. If the feud want, yeah, that's true. Yeah, and for Goldberg, how your boy Goldberg ruined that payoff. I'm not no comment for Goldberg. I don't want to be Bret Hart. I love Bret Hart, and I don't want to be Bret Hart talking about Goldberg. So, nope. You know.
Goldberg has a lot of
Go ahead. You love Goldberg, I can tell.
I do. I like Goldberg. I know that he has a lot of frustrations.
Yeah, they did it wrong. They did him wrong for his retirement.
They did. I know he has a lot of frustrations, but I feel like a lot of it is warranted. I think he could express them better. But I feel like a lot of it has truth because he was a WCW guy, and you know how that Monday Night Wars ended, and of course there is
Sting. Look what they did to Sting.
Exactly. So it's not just all. He's just a crazy guy with CTE and war rage.
Look what they did with Scott Steiner. Look what they did with Scott Steiner when he was
Big Pump. Yeah.
Big Pump. Sexy Freak. You know that.
Yep.
You know?
And then on top of that, well, the generic freak.
Yeah,
but
Booker T is the only one they did good. Booker T is the only one they did well.
Yeah, but there is one caveat. He's only the 5-time. 5-time people are on like 14, 17, and 16 and stuff. But but
it's John Cena.
But hey, you know what? They retired Goldberg at a Saturday Night Main Event. It was for the championship.
Yeah.
But it was that Saturday night. But look, they're gonna retire John Cena, the GOAT, the franchise, the doctor of Duggonomics, the chain gang leader, the unseen 17. The champ is here at Saturday night event, and we found out yesterday that they're gonna have a tournament to determine who's gonna be his final opponent, and it's not gonna be this big thing that we thought it was gonna be. It's gonna be 16 people, and they're gonna go through that very probably not so good list of people who they have left.
Hey, speaking of John Cena, let's not talk about it. Let's just see how it runs. But you know what, Final Boss, I'm gonna bring this up. Here's my screen. I'm gonna bring it up here. Here's my screen. If you like to join me on December 14th, it's gonna unblur. I have a special edition of After the Slam. I'm inviting all my guests. Why is it not blurring? Okay, come on, let's go. It's a special edition of After the Slam. We're going to talk about our favorite moments of John Cena. It's December 14th, the day after his retirement. So anybody that wants to join, Final Boss is Team Bald. Okay, let's hide this. Okay. Anybody that wants to join that show, I'd love to have you on, Miss Final Boss, on that show.
Well, we're probably going to be all crying with tears, and we probably won't be able to see through the tears for us to even be on a show. So we don't know. We're gonna be pissed off because it's probably gonna be a crap match. Probably with not the best opponent.
Carmelo
and then,
Hayes.
then we're gonna cry because we're never gonna see him again.
Yeah, he's gonna show up with new appearances here and there, but yeah, he's not gonna be around.
Well, yeah. He said he's done with all in ring because he said that his body he can't keep up with the
way
talent
he
anymore.
walks. Look at the way he walks and stuff. Right? He's in pain.
Well, here's the thing
You okay?
though, is that he said
You there?
that I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear me.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. We're good. We're good.
Is that he said in it, and what it gave was like clips of the documentary that they're gonna release after his retirement, and he said that he told WWE that, hey, when I feel like I can't keep up with talent anymore, that's when I'm gonna retire, and I feel like that time is now, no pun intended. And is that really true? Because most of the talent they have now are up in age. They don't really have that new young roster anymore. I mean, your LA Knights are like what, 41-ish. Your Damian Priest are like what, 42-ish. Your Finn Balor's are like what, 38-ish. Your
CM Punk 48, 47. That's crazy.
Yeah, so you have a lot, he's really like a year younger than Cena, so it's around the same. Your Randy Orton's, and as we know, Style is gonna be his last year, it's gonna be next year. And you have Jey Uso, he's like what, 39, 40 now. Yeah, so I mean, I'm like, well, where are you getting that? It's not like we have all these young guys just lining up and on the main roster, John Cena. The truth is that much as I love John Cena, it's just that I don't think that he wants to condition himself to be in ring ready all the time. I think that's what it is. Is that, I get that your body gets older, whatever, but at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know if John has any health issues besides he did have skin cancer, which, that cancer, it can be easily cured, usually with surgery and treatments. And of course, JR had it as well. I think he had like on the hand, I think is what JR had. I don't know where John Cena had it. But he get that probably from what, tanning beds, right? I get that nice tan to show all the abs and everything. That's usually what they do. And so it's not like he's it's not like he's like a small fish in a big pond where they have all these young talents that just, the next big thing, I'm like, honestly, like John Cena actually fits in this era. He fits in this place right now.
He does.
We don't know how. Now, in a couple of years, the landscape's going to be very different because a lot of our legends in the making, or legends on the way out, I should say, are going to be retired on. So I think at that time is when you're going to see that drift where, hey, some of our old school, which will then be old school, favorites don't really fit into where we're at now. They're going to feel out of place. But right now, I think he's in a good place. And I feel like the retirement now, even though I get it, because of course we know now that AJ Styles is going to retire at the end of next year. We hear things that we were hearing rumors about Jericho. I think Randy Orton got like maybe 2 or 3 more years left. Same thing for Roman. Punk is probably on the last few. Same thing for Cody. I think he's on the last probably 4, which that's kind of a long time.
You don't like Cody. Retire now.
Yeah, well, I don't say retire now, but it's just a long time. And I can see he just recently like resigned, but no, I don't like Cody. But and he's 40. But I feel like right now is really where he kind of fits. Now on the women's side, it's a little bit different because I love Nikki Bella, but she kind of feels like a little bit out of place right now. Now, granted, we do have someone a little bit older there. We have, legends like Charlotte, who recently returned, Becky, who recently returned. They all kind of came around the same time as far as their returns. But if we didn't have Becky back, if we didn't have Charlotte back, she would totally be like the odd one out.
You talk about Nikki?
Yeah, because she's the last of like, really like the Divas era. So I feel that on the women's side. But for the men's side, I feel like John Cena is in a good place. He can fight with guys that are kind of on the same athletic level as him based on their age and their in-ring ability. So I think it was more so that John Cena, I don't think he looked at the actual roster and say, hey, I don't fit in here. I think that's what he's telling us. But I think the truth is that Cena just really doesn't want to do it anymore. And it's a lot of work to be able to be in-ring ready. And it requires a lot of attention. Yeah, he's still going to look great. He's still going to be, the muscular guy. But as far as like, endurance and things like that, I don't think that he wants to continue to build that because he's just tired of doing it, as he has every right to, because it's been over 20 years. But I feel like he could have held it out. I feel like he could still do his 1 year match.
Well, Mania, I guess.
He's been doing only WrestleManias for the past 5 years. He could still be doing that.
Nah, I think the retirement should have been pushed till Mania 42. At least there, Vegas, you could have a party. Push it there. Don't do it. I find Saturday Night's Main Event is rushed. I find it's okay. I want to get done. I want to do my work. Blah blah blah. But at Mania, you could do a bigger thing. Then the Raw after Mania, you do your goodbye, and then bye John Cena. We all cry into our pillows that night, and
yeah.
I think that would be good. Saturday Night's Main Event, it's rushed. If they're gonna do it, the only thing they need to do at Saturday Night's Main Event, they cannot put any other match on that card that night. You can't. You do that match with Cena,
we're gonna have one match,
and that's it.
Well, hell, we can. Well, usually they're on the 4 to 5 card match, anyways. So, but
yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I would like it to go to Mania, but I feel like for him, whatever deal he signed had to be probably like exactly a 1 year deal. The reason why we're not getting what we thought it was, yes, it's horrible booking. Cena has came out and said he was not a fan of this. None of us are. But remember, after he turned heel, he was gone for weeks because he was shooting a movie. So we missed weeks of that aftermath after, I would say, one of the best heel turn moments. And then
this generation,
and then when we were first told about this retirement tour when he announced it, we were told like what was going to be like 50 or 60 dates. So we were ecstatic. Like, man, he said, I'm going to be at every single PLE, which granted, he really has been at every PLE. He's had a match.
He's worked hard.
But they failed to mention. Yeah, but we failed to mention, to include a little asterisk that those 50 or 60 dates included him coming out and cutting promos. There weren't matches.
Yeah.
It's literally
appearances.
The whole emphasis on appearances.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like they shouldn't count those towards it. There should have been more matches. They should not count the appearances. That should not count at all. Period. That's not fair. 2, it's like it's the same recipe. It's like, okay, here is Cena doing a promo. 1 or 2 promos, then the match is at the PLE. That's all it was. So we're wasting 2 appearances on 1 match. I get it, it's supposed to be a bill, but he's not here full time. He was not here full time during this run. We got 1 or 2 promos, then the match. 1 or 2 promos, then the match. So we have wasted the bill. Really, it's 2 weeks bill, which okay, on paper it's fine. but you're only doing it, you know, for one. So he'll do a Raw and a SmackDown, and then there's the PLE, which on paper is fine, but I feel like they should have did it where we can do that, but the other half of his run should have been a really, really big build up to a really big match. They should have just spent the last
something similar to Undertaker and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
that's what something, a rivalry, a video package before the match, something similar to Michaels and Undertaker at WrestleMania 26. I forget which one it was, but that Cena needed something like that, because the way Michaels left, Cena needs something like that.
And it's like, I guess Cena can't do all the travel stuff, but hey, that's something that should have been discussed, because you wanted to do your movie right after the heel turn. Okay, fine. But hell, you couldn't do that anytime. You could have waited on that movie. Or you could have pushed back when you started this retirement tour. Dedicate yourself to this, because after this, you said you're done. They should have your full undivided attention right now. Nothing else as far as career-wise should matter besides doing this run and then doing your outside appearances, like for podcasts and shows and Saturday night, late night talk shows and whatever, and Good Morning Americas and Today's shows and whatever it is you be on, Pat McAfee shows. But besides that should be the only thing on the menu, not Braun Strowman, everything on the menu. No, not that show. I just mean everything. Just that.
Oh wow, she brought that one up. All right. Yeah. All right. She brought that one up, guys.
That's an embarrassing thing for him, because that's a whole other topic. That is so embarrassing for him, because I remember how excited we were when Braun Strowman had debuted with the Wyatts. We were like, who's this huge guy? And they're like, he was a bodybuilder, and now he's with the Wyatts. He looked so great. He had a little tank top like this would pull down. You see his chest all being wide. And then of course we seen my favorite run, the Monster Among Men. It's like Braun Strowman, before they ruined it when they had him with the title,
ponytail. Yeah, and then he was destroying Roman Reigns.
And they ruined it by having him do a match with a kid, which was the referee's kid.
Okay, that was irritating to even watch.
But apparently he's in good spirits with WWE now, so we are assuming for him to come back, maybe.
I don't care if he does or not. You know what I want to see come back? Omos. Where's Omos? I like Omos. Okay.
He's doing stuff in other companies that WWE works with.
Omos is my guy. I like Omos. I don't like Braun Strowman. I like Omos any day.
Really? Okay, you're probably like the only fan.
I like Omos. I like Omos a lot. I like Omos as a big man. That might be the only guy. I'm sorry. I like that man.
Oh man.
He was a gentle giant. Did you ever see his backstage interviews? That man, he's very nice. Okay,
I mean, I like the idea of giants. I like the Great Khali for what he was. Was he a good wrestler? No, but the idea of him
beating the Undertaker like crazy, that was fun.
He was kind of like the eighth wonder of the world. He was super big. I kind of like that. Of course, I like the Big Show, which is now Paul White.
That's the top of the line legend. Big Show, Paul White is the top of the line. You can't touch that.
What they did? They also put him as a comedy gimmick too.
Yeah, well, Big Show for me. Big Show is the new. You know who's that as gimmicks and as a face and heel turn all the time? Samoa Joe.
Oh, I love Samoa Joe.
I love Samoa Joe as a wrestler, but I don't know if he's a face one week or a heel the next. I don't know anymore. So I don't know. That's the thing with Samoa Joe. If he's a good guy one week and he's a bad guy the next week, I don't know what Samoa Joe is doing.
I just love how Samoa Joe has pretty much carried himself just throughout his career, just being Samoa Joe. I first started watching Samoa Joe when he was in TNA original, and he was that Samoa Joe with the black and red shorts, towel around. and we were challenging JoJo. He was, the Samoan submission machine, and he crossed over, and he's still Samoa Joe.
100%.
However, I was also very, very disappointed that that he hosted. Well, he was not hosted. He was a announcer at Mania in rain gear, pouring down rain. Did that, and he was fired like the next week.
These are things that I don't want to remember, and you're reminding me.
If I was Samoa Joe, I would have towed up every single thing they had near me. I would tow up the stage. I would tow it up. They would have had they would have filed a major lawsuit for destruction of property against me. I would have tore up every office. I would have went to their little airplane and busted all the windows.
Jesus,
I would have went absolutely nuts.
Final Boss is being badass right now. Relax. It's okay. We don't know violence on the show. Samoa Joe did what he had to do. You
fucking Mark!
All right. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I'm not calling you a Mark. You know more than I do. So I'm just letting you know.
Hey.
Okay. So we're winding down the show because we're it's an hour and a half. I got 2 more questions for you. 3 actually.
Okay. Oh.
Give me your Mount Rushmore of 4 guys from the past till now, whoever it may be, that's your top 4 Mount Rushmore for you. Final Boss.
Top 4. Of course, The Rock.
The Rock.
Taker. Triple H.
Triple H.
Don't judge me. John
I'm
Cena.
not judging you. No. That's a beautiful package right there. That's a beautiful 4. I'm not judging you at all. I like it. Taker, Triple H, Cena, and The Rock. Perfect 4. No doubt about it. I'm not judging you. That's an awesome answer, and I love it. That was good. For me, it would have been Hulk Hogan, even though we don't know how he is. We found out how much of a prick he was towards the end. Hulk Hogan, I grew up a Hulkamaniac. Bret the Hitman Hart, even though he's a big-ass whiner now. He just complains about everything. I'm a Mr. Perfect fan. I like Mr. Perfect. And I'm going to throw in my CM Punk. Yeah.
Oh, I love him too. I wish I could have seen him, fight live, but he passed before I could get a chance to watch him. Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, he passed
I wish I could have seen
right
his
before you
matches.
started. Yeah. He's rewatch his matches. If we could go on Peacock.
The crazy thing is that, of course, we had his son, Curtis Axel.
And he, oh boy.
He had that. Yeah, he had that run with Paul Heyman, and it didn't work.
No, not the shits. Yeah. Okay, so now I don't know how you want to do this. Since you're the first female fan on my show, do you want to do my question is the Survivor Series. It's a 5-on-5 match. Now, do you want to go ladies or do you want to go men's?
We're doing wrestlers up today.
Whatever you want, a mix of everything.
Yeah, we can do today because it's almost time for Survivor Series. It's
Exactly.
November, right?
Yeah. Next PLE.
Yeah, I can do ladies.
All right, so it's you and 4 other girls. Let's say versus Chelsea Green. That Chelsea Green. Whatever. Pick Chelsea Green, the Divine Piper, that girl there. Let's put Rhea Ripley, so you don't pick her. Candice LeRae, and I'm gonna say Brie Bella. Those 5 versus you and your 4.
My 4. Charlotte Flair.
Asuka.
Becky Lynch,
Madame Ann.
and
Surprised you're not saying Nikki.
well, you can't because remember I'm going against Nikki. You said that already.
No, Brie. You're going against Brie. You're going against Brie, not Nikki.
Oh, okay.
Well,
hey, Brie Bella ain't got nothing on Nikki Bella, so Nikki Bella.
Boom. Okay, and who's going over? Who's the sole survivor of that Survivor Series match?
Me.
Pinning who? Chelsea Green. I see it happening. Why do I see it happening?
Who else is on? Who else is on fighting against? Is it Chelsea Green, Brie
Piper,
Bella,
Piper.
Piper, because she's out. She's for the career.
I just said her name because she's with Chelsea. Candice LeRae.
And who else you said?
Candice LeRae. And I forgot the other.
I guess I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I guess I'm pinning Chelsea Green.
Yeah, I could see. That's the thing. I see that happening. I see you pinning Chelsea Green and then her rolling out and complaining, it wasn't fair, and your hand being raised, there you go. Okay, final question of the night of our beautiful interview. Let's ring that bell. Final boss, baby. Now you're a big fan. We see wrestling going on a lot. We see it. We already hit 300 people are watching this right now. So give yourself a pat on the shoulder. Because that's because of you, Final Boss. Everybody, thank you for watching. Again, like and retweet, repost, like, subscribe. Final Boss. We're gonna go to your socials after. The final question: in 10 years, where do you see pro wrestling?
10 years.
10 years.
You mean as like, what do you mean exactly? Like what do you mean?
Do you
as far as storylines, like what changes?
Do you see it still alive? Do you see AEW still rocking or rolling? Do you see WWE bought by the Saudis? Do you see whatever you think the vision you have in 10 years? Like, is wrestling still going to be around in 10 years?
Of course, wrestling has been around for decades upon decades upon decades upon decades. Yes. Wrestling started with carnies, right?
Yes.
And those carnies is what made professional wrestling. A lot of people don't know that, but it was carnies who did it. And then we had wrestling, and then we had bookers that were doing bets and throwing matches, and then that's how professional wrestling came alive, is because they found out bookers were taking bets and for people to throw matches, and that's ultimately what made professional wrestling. Yeah. As far as AEW is going to be around for a very long time, and you want to know why that is? Because first of all, they have a great product. They have a lot of great stars, new and old, and they will continue to do that. They'll have some of our legends that are left. They might cross over to AEW. We will continue to see people get released or not re-sign contracts and go over to the other guy. Because remember, before AEW's only been around for almost 6 years now. They're a brand new company, and they're doing absolutely amazing. But before that other guy was AEW, it was other places. And one of those places is what? It's TNA. And TNA, a lot of people thought that TNA wasn't going to make it, and they went through their struggles. They almost faced bankruptcy during the Dixie Carter Hulk Hogan era. That almost literally ran them out of business. And now here we are, decades later, they're still going strong. Now, granted, they have signed with WWE, but look at how long that took. They were still lasting. They don't even have a TV deal yet, and here they are. So these companies are going to continue to be around, and even if it gets to the point where even a smaller company like AAA, and they said they had financial problems, even if they get to the point where it's a financial issue, they're going to work to find partnerships with other companies. It may not be WWE. It may not be AEW. It can be Game Changer Wrestling. It can be NWA. It can be, it could be MLA. It could be anything. So you always have to have the other guy. That is what makes it great for the wrestling fan, because hey, you missed your favorite star. They got released or they left. Now you have a chance to see them again. Hey, maybe they were misused in the company, or you could see them probably or possibly used correctly in a different company. We've seen that Really, I would say Ricochet is a good example of that because he started off strong WWE and then he went to the main roster, and it just kind of, went
No, he did
south.
win the IC. He won the IC, the US titles. He did do well, but
Yeah, but he didn't feel like that big deal anymore.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they really kind of called him like the flippy guy, right? And now here he is in AEW doing great. And it also kind of stops the monopoly of a company because, of course, WWE is that, the big guy, right?
Yeah.
But they was using that as leverage because they knew at one point in time it was hard to go somewhere else because your whole goal was to get to the top, was to work undergrounds and eventually go to WWE. But now we have other options. We have more options, and these options are on TV. They're getting around. They have the stars. Now I can contract negotiate. I don't have to walk on eggshells because I know there's another company. Yeah, that will take me. We've seen it in modern day times. I mean, look at Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
Those are legends. And look at where they are. Look at Chris Jericho, the most loyalist guy. Now, granted, he did call Vince McMahon, told him, "Hey, I'm gonna do other things," and apparently he was okay with that. But look at where he is. I mean, Rusev, well, now he's back. Same thing with Aleister Black. Now he's back.
I think there'll be a flip flop. Yeah.
She was part of what? The 4 Horsewomen, and now look at where she is and look at what she's doing, right? Like 12 titles, right? So these are just, the examples. I mean, look at other things. We have LA Knight, which, LA Knight was in TNA. Another example of that, of course, we have people like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and even Jade. Jade was in TNA. Not Jade, I'm sorry. That was a TNA name. Mi Chen. Mi Chen was in TNA under the name of Jade. And of course we have Jade, who was where in AEW. Yeah. So Mi Chen, she was in a dollhouse. And she was put over as being the next big thing. Taryn Terrell had backed her. She was known as Jade. Came out blue hair. And now Mia Yim, and now of course we know her as Mi Chen. Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green was wasn't TNA. She was one of my favorite crazy characters, Laurel Van Ness. So these are examples of how people kind of cross over, and we will continue to see that. I mean, hey, at one time TNA had everybody and their mama there. They had Sting, which of course we see Sting retiring.
Christian, everybody,
Yep. They had Hogan. They had X-Pac. They had Big Sexy Kevin Nash. They had Rhino. They had RVD.
Yep.
Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. They had Victoria. I mean, it just goes on and on. So,
Mickey Hall of Fame.
So we will. And we will continue to see that across different companies and not just AEW.
I like that answer. I like your answer, Final Boss. I honestly do. At least it's going to be around, and we're going to constantly see them flip flopping from brand company to company, fresh faces. I remember the time when you weren't watching, or maybe you remember this, when Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn, and who was the third one? That's not clicking me. Dean Malenko. When they switched from WCW Nitro and they went up to WWE, that was mind blowing to see that on television for me. So seeing this coming back again, it's going to be good memories, and I think wrestling in the next 10 years is going to be skyrocketed. Some people think it's going to be dead because of the politics in the back. Again, the politics are not what we're. At the end of the day, we're making them money. The fans, we're buying them tickets. We're putting the money. We're giving them these people these jobs. The moment the fans stop fighting each other, I want WWE or AEW. The moment that stops and we join as one and we just enjoy the product, which I believe enjoying the product is the main concern that everybody should be doing. I think that is what we should be doing, and it's securing the future of pro wrestling in the future. But that being said, talk it up. This talking up co-host. Go ahead.
And
What
there's
your final thoughts?
one more
Your final
thing, and I'm going to leave it with this because we're talking
Yes.
about the landscape 10 years from now. You know, we're in a place where we're losing a lot of our favorites. A lot of them are retiring, whether it be now or in the near future.
Yeah.
And would you have ever imagined that McMahon would be forced
Never.
to
Never,
retire?
never.
Right? Because
thought he
we
would
always
die.
thought
He would die on this chair.
Yep, he was
Yeah.
going to sit around and he was going to be there until he died, and then we knew Triple H was probably going to take it over at that point, right?
I would prefer Stephanie, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, of course,
Or Shane.
I don't know. Yeah, but it was clear that it was going to be Triple H back when they did The Authority. I was like, yeah, they're probably going to, yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but the whole thing about that is that it happened and wrestling didn't die.
No. It continued and it thrived. It thrived. I find it's getting better. And with AEW, I'm not a big fan of AEW. I'm more of a WWE guy. It's good.
Look, remember, one of the founding guys, which is who? Cody Rhodes and his wife Brandy Rhodes, they left. And you know what? And they're still doing fine.
Yeah. Well, look at the picture we saw recently. It was Jade Cargill, CM Punk, Ricky Saints, and Cody Rhodes all holding their championships. It was funny. They're all AEW guys. I get it. Was that picture taken to say "fuck you, Tony Khan"? Maybe, but at the same time, it was just fun to see. It was fun to see.
Especially
that
now.
being said, yeah. Final boss. We have to wind down the episode. We surpassed again. Thank you for the 313 people watching you and your awesome knowledge of pro wrestling. Final boss. Thank you very much. I'd like you to share with the audience your socials, where they could reach you, where they could follow you, and where they could find you on social media.
Yeah. So I'm only on X, and that's going to be Final Boss Baby. That's 2 B's, 1 Y, CFO, and that's on X. You can find our company page, which is going to be Island BWE. That's also on X. You can join us on YouTube at Talk It Up Wrestling on YouTube. Just type that in.
And that's it. Easy, breezy, beautiful Final Boss Baby. She is the unseen bling queen. Thank you very much. Again, I'm going to bring up one thing here. Let's bring it up on my... Again, next week, just give me 1 second. We're going to put this over here. Next week, I have Mike Cardwell from the Simply Reliable Studios. He will be on my show at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. I don't know why it blurs and it comes up into the thing. But these are graphics that, again, I draw. I do this for everybody. If you want to use it as a PFP, because I give you a single one, it is all up to you. But I do enjoy doing these drawings for everyone, as well as I did one for the Final Boss, which I'm going to pop it up right here. There it is. That's the Final Boss. Again, the blur is going to go away. Come on. That's a picture that she did. Awesome. Final guest, Final Boss. Today, I would like to thank you. Let's bring back Final Boss on the stage. There she is. And that's it, guys. Final Boss, thank you so much for being on my show. 324 people. Let's do a screenshot. I'm going to do a screenshot if it's going to work. Yes, no, that's right. That's going to do. It's going to work, yes. Do you want to smile? Because we're going to do this as it's going to be our thumbnail for YouTube. There's a pose. I see you posing. I see you doing that pose. I see it. They're very nice. Very nice. Okay. All right. We're going to end the show. Thank you, everyone, for watching After the Slam, episode 10. We are episode 10 already with the Final Boss. And thank you for your presence, Final Boss. Thank you for everything. We're going to do a part 2 coming up. Part 2 one day.
Ty Dillinger, 10.
Oh, Ty Dillinger. That was a good memory. 325 while we're ending the show. Unbelievable. Let's see the comments. best viewers. What's going on here? Okay, Twitch. Oh wow, we got Twitch people coming in. This is the first time I have Twitch people coming into the show. I don't know what that is. Okay, Carlos Estrada.
I don't have Twitch.
I just added everybody, added every single thing. TikTok Live shut down on me, but everything. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. The final boss, baby. Thank you, and we're gonna have the end credits. And thank you everyone for watching the show, and we'll see you next week on After the Slam.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the host, straight from After the Slam podcast, Bodacious Albert.
After the slam.